not complain, but I'm kind of saying this in respect to what people were complaining yesterday, because many of us are coming from a very far place. So this is just a starting point, and it's always difficult to start something. So as a starter, the challenges I think we are facing is that transport coming and going. The dedication might be there, but that starting point, which is or that transportation fare, might cause us to be like, okay, how will I go? Will I trek from there to? So I will be happy if you could work on it so that it will get to us, so that the empowerment
when it comes to money. But what we want to get is your interest. Your interest shows whether you want it or not. It's a sacrifice that you have to do. We're not going to owe you, we're going to pay. We tried it with paying first before as the program is starting, and people don't comment. Do you understand? So we want to see it as if it's a project from your family. Even if it's from your mother or from your father. Say, yeah, borrow me 5,000, ma'am. They will pay me 10,000, I will pay you, but I'll manage that 5,000 to yourself and finish the program for 2 months. You might not have anything to say, but they say when you have something as a collateral, you can always say, give me, I will pay back. We've tried it. I'm not going to promise you that they're going to pay you your money before the end of the program. No, we will not. It might come if they insist it should. But I've told you, because of the experience we've had before, they try to make it towards the end of the program so that you collect it and collect whatever you have, then you can go. Because we do NISTP, it's called skills training for the youth, 300 for the year, for the whole states, for every state, they train 300 every year. We do women empowerment program that we train 30 people, different trade for every year. So we've been doing this. And the experience we got when we say, okay, let's pay them for their transport. So lately they just collected it. The last day we're seeing it is when they're coming to make problem for us to give them starter pack. What did they learn? Nothing. So we're not trying to encourage corruption. Because if we do that, like I tell them, even my colleagues, everybody, if you have anybody that is going to do this, let the person be serious. Don't just put their names and collect things. We're increasing the corruption to the highest level from us. So we tried not to. If any one of you here, do you know me? No. I didn't give anybody, even she does not know. We made sure that the thing goes out to those that he wants to get out to within this area. So that to touch where they were. So that I cannot bring people and fill these names and collect the money from federal government. Will they come and check it? But our conscience should tell us what we're doing. We want the people that is meant to benefit from it. So don't feel bad. Manage. But for payment, we are definitely going to pay you your transport money, 5,000 pounds, and it's the 2 months. So I didn't say you should go to money lender, but your family
where you pay interest
to please you.
Thank God for the right message. You are your colleagues. Yesterday, our professor told us that this training program is only for tomato and tomato alone. So try to ask him about this organic manure. How do we process it? He told us that we can only expect it. We told him to go ahead and teach us how to prepare this organic manure. Because we can learn how to nest the tomato and do many things, but without the basic things, it's going to be difficult for us. So please, we are pleading. If there's any means that you can help us with that, so you are highly welcome. Thank you.
We are doing more than just this, because it's actually 4 states that was given this program to do. Benin was given, Enugu, Abakaliki and Calabar was given this program, and others are doing more than tomatoes too. But because of the time frame, so if they are asking for any other extra thing and we have time to do it, please feel free to help us do that with them. It will help them do this thing. The problem you have or the challenge you're going to have is please ask as many questions as you can. He will not hold it. It's one thing for him to say it, it's one thing for you to get it when he's saying it. For him, he cannot tell you he will only teach you this. As he's talking, he will tell you about this. He will tell you about this. He will tell you. But it's for you to be smart enough to ask questions and take it down. That's what I'm saying. Some will still come back to me after this program. I know one or two that will be so much interested in it that will come back to meet him to say, what do? I want to still do this. Do you understand? We're not paying him so much. We're telling him he's part of federal government too. He's a Nigerian, so whatever it is that we want to do, and he wants his own people to grow. So he should sow seeds. So not that we're paying him so much to do other things. But you know federal government thing, we try as much as well to bend those that we can get things from. That's why we came to him. Not that we won't have gone to an ordinary farmer, but we know that when we come here, you will gain more than just little things. So feel free to ask him questions. He'll be willing to tell you how to go about it.
Yes, yes, he is giving us. But as we are going to start this dry season plant, nursery and other things, farming, please, I still beg you to beg on behalf of us, so that you will just teach us how we produce the organic manure or the manure using before rainy season, so that we can do it and wait till then. If there is rain, we finish.
You have just planted a nursery.
Yes.
I just gave an example and you repeated the same thing. So when you go home, you repeat exactly what you have done here. I've told you here that this thing cannot work unless during the rainy season. If you want theory, I'll give you theory, but it won't help you. What will help you is you participate and do it. Then you go and replicate what you have done. That's all. That's the best way to teach somebody. Nigeria is not ending today.
Yes.
This one we're talking about now.
Just go back, get something like this in your own house. Do a little bit of what you have said.
And then we go.
And be watching it and be watching what you're doing.
We'll make progress. So let this will not disturb you. Let's face what we have come to do. If we finish by March, April, and then you are going, and then you are interested in any, there are many enterprises here. I told you this yesterday. There are hundreds. So the one you pick interest in, you can come back. And then we talk about it and we move ahead. She touched on it and said, look, government cannot do everything. Government has now brought you close to me. We didn't know ourselves before. And if tomorrow you find out I will be useful in an area, I'm not a spirit, I'm a human being. You know my house. You come, we talk about it. The gift of a man maketh a way for him.
Right.
You cannot break God's word. I cannot say because we are friends, carry this for eat and no, you pay small thing. Yes. Because that's how you value it.
Yes.
If you don't pay any cover, you have no value for it. You throw it away. Do you hear me? And this thing you're going the way you are going now because I'm not billing you directly. Yes. If I bill you directly, if I tell you to sleep in this compound for tomorrow's activity, you will sleep here. You understand? So you add more value, attach value to what you've dissipated something for. You understand? So there are many things to learn, It's a V portion. But as we move ahead, ideas will be coming, new things will be coming. Even things that are more valuable than this will come. And you say, look, I was telling you something about maize this morning. You can become a millionaire by planting maize. I told you this this morning. And very little effort, you don't need any government work. Planting maize. So there are many things. The willingness is what we want. I am willing. And I'm not going to shift my ground. I will pursue this thing that I'm facing. In the next 2-3 years, you become an employer of labor. You start employing your friends. But that inertia, that first year and part of second year, you will almost see the gate of hell. but when you overcome that inertia, people will come asking, how did you manage? So that is life.
Mr. Joseph Eze, and the professor too. I must say I'm very delighted listening to you, sir. While you were talking, I saw myself in uniform, trying to learn what you were talking about, and it's quite fortunate that I'm with us. they look at me, I'm a young man, and